Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here on the show, and I want to talk about some news. So we're going to start with some NBA here on the show. So I want to talk more about my Warriors. I did that rant last night. Take it this morning if you want to go watch it. But I want to talk about my Warriors. I'm going to start here. The Golden State Warriors opted to not trade for Zach LaVine in order to pursue bigger names, which I'll get to in this video of names they're trying to pursue. But this was part of Anthony V. Slater. Zach LaVine is the only of the four big names traded this weekend at the Warriors. That was on the Warriors' realistic radar, and some in the organization a preferred target over Jimmy Butler. But those that pull the ultimate levers at the top, Mike Dunleavy, Joe Lacob, Kirk Lacob, opted to let the sped-up LaVine option pass in pursuit of loftier ambitions. We tried. It's the Warriors slogan. Warriors front office. So they're going to end up with getting nobody trade deadline. Yeah, got it. I mean, we better get a big name, or we will regret not trading for Zach LaVine. Bigger names, yeah. Jimmy Butler. He's not a big name anymore. He used to be good. He used to be a big name, but he isn't anymore. He's not going to help us. Like, bigger names? What bigger names? Oh, you think you're going out there and getting LeBron or Giannis? Sure. This franchise, man, is just going downhill. And also, this via 957 the game. The Golden State Warriors reportedly, they're desperate. Per Anthony V. Slater. Oh yeah, why didn't they trade for Zach LaVine then if they're desperate? The Warriors are surveying, they're canvassing, and to a degree, yes, they're desperate. Now they become desperate. We were talking about the future. We were talking about our future, you know, Podziemski, Trace Jackson Davis. I guarantee you Steph Curry must have finally said something. I agree, and I have to agree with people saying that because they didn't want to do anything before. They're trying to, keep our future like we had a future. Steph must have finally basically said, fucking, had to talk to the front office and said, you better make a trade and get me a star. I don't think they're going to do anything. They've had so many options they could have had. Lauri Markkanen, Paul George, or maybe even Zach LaVine, but they didn't want to give up Pods or Kuminga. It's a battle between the Warriors and Mavericks for the worst front office in the league. So, the Suns are strongly considering Kevin Durant deals before the deadline, per SI Chris Mannix. Dude, imagine KD gets traded and we get Luka, Fox. I'm sorry, that was my cat wanting out, but it's gonna be interesting. Like, what is happening to the NBA? Like, all these trades, man. Luka, Fox, possibly KD. My lord. So, executives around the NBA, they're furious that the Lakers were the only team allowed to bid for Luka Doncic. I don't think they're the only team allowed. The Mavericks just never listed them for more offers. Executives from around the league were both furious and jealous that the glitzy? Fuck is that word? Star-driven Lakers had been the only team given opportunities to bid for Doncic's services. I mean, it is kind of fishy, but they didn't offer him to anybody else. They only offered him to the Lakers. I'm not going to say they rigged the league. They were just quiet about it. You can be quiet about these trades. They were. The Warriors still remain in the mix for Jimmy Butler despite the lack of interest in signing an extension with them, per Anthony V. Slater. It's just the Warriors have expressed interest in. I'm tired of seeing they've expressed interest. Get a damn trade done. This Jimmy Butler situation is annoying, and I'm tired of seeing the two things I've freaking hated seeing in NBA news lately. Jimmy Butler and the Golden State Warriors have expressed interest in this player. And most teams in the West actually have two really good players, like a duo. We have Steph and nobody else that's really good. And Curry's won without a superstar before. I mean, he won it in 22. We didn't really have a superstar outside of him. We just had a good roster. So Danny Ainge reportedly had no idea he was helping the Lakers land Luka Doncic, and by the time he found out, it was too late for him to do anything about it, per ESPN_McMahon. I mean, I'm not surprised Nico Harrison's the one who botched the Steph Curry Nike thing, and he ended up signing with Under Armour. Danny Ainge was probably fucking asleep and got woke up to like, oh hey, you want to help us facilitate this 3-team trade? My Golden State Warriors, per Brett Siegel, are showing interest in Zion Williamson and LaMelo Ball. We could have had LaMelo Ball, remember? We drafted James Wiseman. We could have had LaMelo Ball. And we trade for these two. With what assets? Pollards and Kuminga? Moses Moody? I mean, if anyone was dumb enough to do it, it's the Hornets. So, we could have drafted LaMelo. And Kurt somehow would have managed to turn him into a buzz. But if we wanted to have LaMelo, just fucking draft him. People within the Mavericks feared that Luka Doncic can end up like Embiid due to poor conditioning, per Chris Fedor. The biggest thing with talking to people around the league was the concern about his conditioning. I think this is just a smear campaign from the Dallas Mavericks, man. He's a 25-year-old superstar who's a top 3 player when healthy and brought him to the NBA Finals. He did more before turning 26 than Embiid done his entire career. What a dumb organization, man. They still should have received more in that return. Embiid catching a straight. But that fat loser the Mavericks called him, yeah, that fat loser got you to the finals last year, and is a damn near one of the best players in the league. And now they're just trying to have this smear campaign from the Dallas Mavericks organization. And apparently, Run It Back FDTV, per Chandler Parsons, Luka Doncic apparently bought a $50 million house in Dallas last week and reportedly cried when he found out the Mavericks traded him. Man, he bought a $50 million house, and they traded him. Nico Harris is going to fucking hell. The Warriors have called on every All-Star player in the NBA. Yeah, seems about right. We ain't gonna get any of them. Bradley Beal reportedly prefers to stay in Phoenix and not uproot his family, per Jake L. Fisher. He's like, nah, I like coming off the bench averaging 14 a game and keep my team with no he's averaging 14 a game with no responsibility to help this team win for $50 million. He's like, keep me here. My Golden State Warriors have also inquired with the Philadelphia 76ers about a trade for Paul George, per Shams Charania. No. I don't want Paul George. He sucks. Sixers fans should want this dude gone, but I don't fucking want him. Hell no. The Milwaukee Bucks have shown interest in Kyle Kuzma, per Jake L. Fisher. Kyle Kuzma trade talks in the big 2025. The Miami Heat asked the Grizzlies for their young players, but were rejected, per Sam Ament. The Grizzlies, for example, have held exploratory Nerdward talks with Miami about Butler, but those interactions haven't gone far. According to league sources, they'd asked them for young players, and they rebuffed. He want way too much for Jimmy Butler. You think the Grizzlies are going to give up their young players for a 36-year-old Jimmy Butler? Hey, Pat Riley shot his shot, but he didn't hit the rim. He airballed. They're overvaluing Jimmy Butler. They're not nobody's trading a young player that's good for Jimmy Butler. Phoenix Suns been listening to trade offers for Kevin Durant. Hey Warriors, we can try and go back and get him. And they have shown some interest in reuniting Kevin Durant and Steph Curry, per Jake L. Fisher. So, yeah, sure. They're going to be in the corner while Avery Starr gets traded. They're going to be the fucking cut chair. But yeah, it's not gonna happen. Get rid of Draymond first. KD would never come back unless Draymond's gone first. And several people within the front office. This is just delusion here. They have dreams of LeBron, KD, and Steph Curry all teaming up together on the Golden State Warriors. Okay, what in the hell is this front office smoking? I know we're desperate, but you're not getting KD and LeBron, okay? The only way these three guys are on play again is if they play for Team USA. And my Warriors also inquired about LeBron James, which also isn't gonna happen. The Phoenix Suns are the favorites to win the PJ Tucker sweepstakes. Okay, man. Brian Windhorst says the Lakers are no longer LeBron's team and says they're Luka's team. I mean, whatever. Lakers and KD have shown interest in Caleb Martin. And, part of the timeline, the Mavericks, they were reportedly over Luka Doncic. Man, Nico Harris, man. What an idiot, man. Nico freaking Harris. But yeah, that's all the NBA news I'm going to talk about here. Alright, now I'll talk about some NFL news here. The Rams, they will work with their wide receiver Cooper Kupp to find a trade partner during this offseason. He announced. I could see him being a Commander, man. I mean, they need some more talent receiver. I mean, you have Scary Terry and Cooper Kupp. I mean, that'd be a good way to upgrade your offense, have two really good receivers. Tom Brady has been incredibly cooperative with avoiding a potential conflict of interest with his Fox broadcast job and Raiders ownership, says NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell. Tom has been incredibly cooperative, basically. But he's done a pretty good job as an announcer, and I guess is somewhat of an owner of the Raiders. So the NFL has yet to have any formal discussions on adding another game to the regular season. I mean, I'm sure they will, but I don't think they should. So, veteran Browns offensive lineman Joe Bitonio has made it known that he might potentially retire from the NFL if Cleveland enters a rebuild phase per J. Jones 9. The Myles Garrett trade could also impact another key piece in Cleveland. Browns fans can't catch a freaking break, man. So, the Raiders and Dolphins could be both interested in free agent quarterback Marcus Mariota this offseason per Adam Schefter. Oh, boy. So, Dolphins star wide receiver Tyreek Hill reportedly wants Miami to improve their roster this offseason with the hopes of winning more games in 2025, per he reported at FLA Sports Buzz. He said earlier in the season he wanted out, but what about those comments? I just don't see Dolphins winning with this current team, man. I just don't. As expected, the Giants will pick up the 5th-year option on pass rusher Kayvon Thibodeau's contract. I don't think he's that good, but whatever decision they make, whether it be the wrong one, I don't think they should keep him. They need more than him to help that organization. So Myles Garrett trade request is not a tactic to get a new contract from the Browns. They are totally comfortable giving him a new deal. It's just because he wants to win. Not really a surprise here. And Commanders owner Josh Harris says it's safe to say the team won't be changing their name again. Oh well, I mean, you can call them the Redskins anyways. I mean, I don't know why it matters. Stephen A. says Deshaun Watson should take the blame for Myles Garrett requesting a trade from Cleveland. I think the front office will, and they should. Packers president Mark Murphy wants the NFL to ban the tush push, saying there's no skill involved. It's an automatic first. If there's no skill involved, then all 32 teams should be able to execute it easily. I mean, the Eagles do it the best. I don't see why other teams can't do it. I mean, it's simple play. I don't know why most players can't do it. Myles Garrett, as we've been talking about, some things with Myles Garrett, he's requested a trade out of Cleveland. He wants to play for a contender. I feel like this offseason is going to be crazy, man. Like, Myles Garrett requesting a trade. Not a guarantee they'll trade, but he's requested a trade. Cooper Kupp might get traded. This offseason is going to be crazy. And the Browns have no plans to trade Myles Garrett despite his trade request, a source told Jay Fowler ESPN. So they have no request. But if you get a really good offer, I don't see how you can pass it up. So emails have revealed that Saints front office officials helped the Catholic Church's PR team manage the fallout during their sexual abuse scandal. Ooh, Kellen Moore. Is that is that where you want to go? Where the Saints allegedly do this? Yeah, that's some NBA and NFL. Some NFL and NBA here. So peace.